Hey everyone, it's been exactly 1 year since my hair transplant, so I'm here to discuss how it went, to take you through the recovery process and show you my progress. Let's get started. Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. Now, as you probably know, I've been doing these follow-up videos for a whole year now. This is my 13th video and it's exactly 12 months after my hair surgery. I did an FUE hair transplant. I did that in Turkey. I picked Cosmedica, one of the clinics that I was researching, and I was researching a few different clinics. I had a few different consultations and everything. In fact, I already explained all of these things in my previous videos. For instance, in this video, I'm taking you through the process of my research and, consultations and everything. I talk about the things that you should be doing prior to having a hair transplant and also how to prepare for a hair transplant. In this video, I was actually walking you through the whole process and what the procedure involves and everything. And then in this video, I was talking about the aftercare and the recovery process and all of that. So in today's video, I'm just going to recap everything again from start to finish so that we can have a good idea of what to expect, how is the recovery process going, what was my personal experience. And first I'm gonna start with this picture here, which in fact was the reason why I decided to undergo a hair transplant. Here I am in the amazing Machu Picchu in Peru. And I was taking, of course, a lot of pictures and stuff. So I asked someone to take this picture of me. And for the first time, I actually found out how much hair I have lost here in the crown area. I didn't really know that. I mean, obviously, we don't look at the back of our heads very often. And even when I'm having a haircut or something and they show me the back, it never really looks like this. This was really the first time that I noticed that I have a very obvious thinning of the hair on the top part. In fact, it looks like a bald patch. And I didn't really have a bald patch. My hair, especially at the front, was looking, very similar to what you're seeing right now. You can see here on the screen, these are my before shots. So definitely it didn't really look like I'm balding or anything like that. I knew that my hair is thinning and I'm losing density, but I didn't realize it was to that extent. So only after I saw this picture, I realized that the situation has gotten to the point where I need to do something quite drastic. And the hair transplant was that. I was also doing some hair PRP procedures already. At this point, I was already considering doing a hair transplant. I just didn't know when I should do it. I thought it's something that I'll be doing later in life. And I'm approaching 50, I'm not 50 yet. So I thought it would be after 50. But seeing this picture actually gave me the urgency that I need to do it sooner rather than later. And then in my research, I found out that obviously your hair is getting weaker as we age and everything, so it's better not to wait until you are 60 or 70 or something like that to do a hair transplant. You want to do it, as soon as possible, whenever you feel you need it, and while your hair is still in a very good state. And also you should prepare your hair. So I did hair PRP procedures, which is a rich plasma therapy. It's something that is done with your own blood. Your blood is being extracted from you. It's being spun into a machine, and then the plasma is being separated from the blood. That plasma is being injected back into your scalp, and this is helping really to rejuvenate the hair, to make it also a bit stronger and thicker. There's also a lot of supplements and things that you can take, minoxidil, finasteride, there are many. And you should be doing all of these. I mean, of course, research what everything is doing and decide what you want to be taking. I didn't really do any of the supplements because I don't really like taking pills. But it is advisable that you do some of these because you want to prepare the hair. You are your own donor, so you want the hair to be looking really healthy and to be as strong as possible for the hair transplant. Now, the FUE procedure that I selected is the one where single hair follicles are being transplanted. They're being extracted from your donor area, which in my case was the back and the sides of my head, and it's being transplanted where it needs to go. There is also an FUE, which is an older procedure. This one is working with a strip of hair, and it's the one that actually leaves a scar. Therefore, it's not the preferred method anymore, but it's still being practiced, and for some people this is actually the only procedure that gives a good result. So you will have to do a few consultations and find out what is the best one for you. Most of the clinics, especially in Turkey right now, most of the clinics are focused on FUE, because that seems to be the one that works for most people, and because it doesn't leave a scar, it is obviously the preferred method. And also with Cosmedica, we discussed how many grafts I want to have transplanted. Originally, they suggested 4,500. I was, during my other consultations, I was already thinking of 3,500. So in the end, we decided in between and in the middle, and we went for 4,000 grafts. Mind you, if I were to do more than 4,000, then the procedure would roll on to a second day, and I didn't really want to have a second day of the procedure. Therefore, I went for 4,000, which is the maximum they could fit in one day. At the time, this cost me around 3,000 euros, a little bit less actually than 3,000, and in my package was included a 5-star hotel, also transport from the hotel to the clinic, from the airport to the hotel, everything. I did have one more consultation prior to the procedure, and then the procedure started at around 10 in the morning and it went on until 6 in the afternoon. So it was a whole day, and we did have a lunch break as well. The first half of the day was for extracting the healthy hair follicles and graft, analyzing them under microscope and all of these things, preparing them. And then second half of the day was transplanting them where they need to be. And that was the more painful part, I would say. The first half of the day, it wasn't so painful. The most painful part was actually the anesthesia, because when the anesthesia kicks in, you don't really feel that much pain. The other really painful part was when they were lowering my hairline, because these were hairs that were basically implanted into a skin that was not necessarily ready. So they had to basically stamp them into the head, and this is a bit painful, but it's all bearable, and it's all with local anesthetic. You don't have to be put under. In terms of recovery, it started right away. I didn't have any falling of hairs during my recovery process. I know that in my research I was actually seeing that it's a common thing to have all of your hair fall off and then start regrowing. In my case, nothing fell off. They did shave my head during the procedure, so my hair just started growing from day one. And at first it was, you can see in my results here, at first it was quite red, and it was not necessarily painful, but very sensitive, the whole area. I was given a soft cap that was protecting from dust and just particles and everything when I'm out and about. I was also given a lot of products by Cosmedica, and that included a foam and a mild shampoo for the first week. And then after that, a different type of shampoo and a lot of supplements, so palmetto, biotin, a complex formula that included a lot of vitamins, minerals, amino acids and stuff like that. And these were the 3 pills that I was taking on a daily basis. I'm still actually taking them on a daily basis, one a day, one of each a day. And I now have a serum and a shampoo that I'm still using, also provided by Cosmedica. And I just ran out of some of the supplements, but I did reorder them from them. So I don't know whether all of the clinics are offering these kind of supplements for free or as a part of your package, I should say. But these are things that you can discuss when you're doing your consultations with the clinics. On top of that, I was also provided with a neck pillow, because for the first couple of weeks I was not allowed to be laying directly on my head. I needed to elevate my head so that it doesn't really press onto the pillow too much, and this was also to do with blood circulation, with the hair follicles not getting damaged or anything like that. So I would say for the first 4 weeks, in fact, I was sleeping with this neck pillow. You do get used to it. At first it's a little bit uncomfortable, and you're not allowed to go to sleep on the sides either, and that's mainly to do with blood circulation, because blood circulation is really important for the healing process. So you want to have that healing process be as quick as possible. Also, no smoking, no drinking for at least a week prior and after the operation. So these are things that, these are instructions that you will receive anyways, so you will know about that. And I did cover all of these things in my video where I was talking about you know, how to prepare, things to do before the surgery. Also, during week 2 and week 3, I was seeing some scabbing forming on my scalp, and you know, I was just removing a lot of scabs and a little crust, you know, from the area throughout the first month, pretty much. So for the whole of the first month, I was dealing with that. And then after that, the hairs started growing more visible and everything. So around the end, towards the end of the second month and throughout the third month, I was seeing these very fine hairs. They looked a little bit like baby hairs. So they were really thin and fine. And later, they started getting thicker and looking more normal and everything. I didn't really have long enough hair to style it up until the end of the third, even fourth month. This is when I was actually able to start styling my hair. And around the 5th month is when I started also trimming it on the sides, especially because I didn't really want it to just grow in every direction. I wanted to shape it and everything, but I wasn't allowed to be using a machine for the first 6 months. It was everything, any cutting of the hair was strictly scissors only. And this is also because you don't really want to distress the area. The area is still quite sensitive in the first few months. Something that I didn't mention is that in the first couple of days, there is a little bit of swelling of the scalp. And this is normal because the scalp has been treated, so it is reacting. Some people get it a bit worse than others. I was provided with a hairband, and my swelling was very mild, to the point where it was almost invisible. But I was feeling it, so there was a little bit of swelling, and it was only for a couple of days. For some people it actually can go on for a whole week and even longer, but generally I would say the first couple of days when you see the swelling, and after that it subsides, and it's not really painful, it's just sensitive. And now, as you can see in my time lapse, after the 6 months, you know, things are starting to look really normal at this point. You still see that at the back of my head, the hair is still not too dense. You can still see the scalp a little bit, but this is really normal. And let's not forget, I was the one insisting on less grafts. Rather than 4,500, I went for 4,000. So we could have probably made that area a little bit more dense. But to me, it looks really normal, really natural, and I like that because I just wanted it to look like a natural hair. And that's exactly what it does. Now, every now and then, I would tell people that I've had a hair transplant, even hairdressers. I was just in Portugal and I had a haircut in Portugal. And at the end of the haircut, I told my hairdresser that I did have a hair transplant a year ago. And he couldn't believe it. He was like, I don't see it. I don't see anything. And of course, that's the whole point. You should not be seeing it. And I don't really want you to think, oh, he's got fake hair or anything like that. Even though it's my hair, people still say, oh, but it looks really good. Well, it looks very good. It is my real hair. It's not fake. It's not been transplanted from an animal or someone else. It's my own hair. So of course, it has to look good. And it has to look natural. This was my priority, and I think I've achieved that. So it's now been 12 months. We can see the full effect of my hair. In fact, you're seeing now on the screen images that are much closer, so you can see exactly how it looks. And I would say it is a very natural looking effect, and it's not too dense. And I was told that maybe in about 10 years time I would need to do another procedure, and I'm prepared for that. And I can see that because my hair keeps losing density, it keeps getting thinner. I'm okay with that, but of course I will be taking minoxidil, and I will be doing the biotin and sulfomethyl, and Basically, I will continue taking all of these supplements because they are really keeping your hair thicker and fuller, and that was the whole point of getting my hair transplant, to get my hair to a point where it just looks younger, more youthful, you know, more dense. So all in all, I'm very happy with the result. I hope you agree, and if you have any questions, you can look at my other videos. You can check out the whole playlist actually and see if I've answered any of your questions. Most likely I have, because a few of the videos that I did were about answering questions that I'm being asked or that I found online and everything. So definitely go through these videos, see if there's still anything that you want to ask me, and drop a comment below. Let me know what questions do you have, and I will answer them in my follow-up video. Thanks for staying until the end, guys. I hope this helps, and I'm gonna see you in the next one.